welcome to our final video of 2017. Today I'm partnering with Nordstrom to bring you guys a highly requested topic, how to stay stylish and warm during the winter season. I've got an even mix of tips on how to increase the warmth level in your outfits and also some straight up style tips. Few things before I get started. As always, everything mentioned and shown in today's video will be down below in that description box. Also down below in that box, if you guys missed the announcement, I am hiring an executive assistant for 2018. I'm so excited. If you guys are interested in checking out the job posting, I've got that link down there for you guys too. And lastly, I do live in sunny California, so if you guys are looking for a more intense, colder weather lookbook, I've got my last year's snowy lookbook for you guys to check out, and I'll also be redoing that video when I go to Colorado in 2 weeks. So hopefully I got you guys all covered between today's video and our last winter lookbooks. Let's get this last video rolling of the year. Love you guys so much, and let's get started. Starting off with tip number 1, a very simple but open concept: play with layers. Focusing on layers I think is really great for the winter because number 1, if you guys don't want to invest in super heavy duty winter pieces, it's totally cool. Just leverage a lot of the pieces that you already have in your closet in new and creative ways. 2, if you guys have a lot of temperature swings during the day, it's really easy to layer up and layer down to acclimate to the current temperature. And lastly, number 3, it also creates a lot of new silhouettes and extra dimension to your outfit. Tip number 2 kind of piggybacks off of that first concept. Start your layering with a turtleneck base. Turtlenecks are obviously great because you have that neck coverage to keep your chest and neck really nice and warm, and also just winterifies any article of clothing you put on top of it. My suggestion is to do something that's a little bit more slim and tight fitting. Even something stretchy and ribbed is really great. That way you start with a nice smooth slim base. It makes it a lot easier to layer things on top. Some of my favorite things to do is to layer a nice V-neck on top. I really love the high neck and how it contrasts with that deep V. It really creates a really beautiful neckline. You can also bring out some of your spring and summer dresses to maximize the looks of those dresses. And then lastly, you can also just layer on some of your thick, cozy, chunky sweaters on top for extra warm. Tip number 3 is to throw on a big, oversized blanket scarf or shawl. You guys know I'm a scarf fiend. I just think it's such a great, easy thing to throw on as an extra topper because it injects a different color or a pattern instantly to your outfit. And also whenever you wrap it around your neck, you can get that nice neck and chest coverage without it being super bulky within your arms. And if you do focus on a big shawl or poncho or oversized blanket scarf, the actual material is big enough to wrap even over some of your heavy duty coats. Very versatile and something that you can easily shed on and off and adjust to cover any vulnerable spots. Tip number 4, if you guys are tired of heavy duty denim or jeans during the winter season, my favorite things to use are fleece lined or faux leather tights or leggings. If you guys had never tried fleece leggings or tights, they are such a genius product. You have a really nice thick opacity, stretchiness of a typical tight, but the interior is lined with a cozy layer of fleece. That way it creates a barrier between at least your skin and the exterior cold and wind, and it really allows you to be able to wear some of your typical workwear pieces like skirts, dresses, or my favorite is that you can just layer on your wide leg trousers and pants and you seriously can't even tell you're wearing thick tights underneath. You have that just like barrier like a superhero of warmth. The favorite ones I've been wearing are actually from the Nordstrom private label. I love them because they're just enough fleece to keep you super thick and warm but not make your legs look too bulky. Or if you want a more edgier rock star style, I also love faux leather as a different material option. It's just as stretchy and thick, but that faux leather sheen adds a different texture and dynamic to your outfit. Tip number 5, this idea is hella simple. Pile on the winter accessories. I know that sounds like self-explanatory, which it is, but it's definitely a really critical part before you exit your home. I'm talking your favorite socks. You could do a thin pair of socks and then your cozy socks on top of that, and then slip it into your big winter boots or Uggs. Find yourself a nice quality pair of gloves that are nice and flexible and mobile, but also tech friendly, so you can use your cell phone without having to remove it every time. You can do earmuffs with a nice beanie, or you could do like a fleece like headband to cover your ears and your forehead, then layer a beanie on top of that. Or you could even do a beanie with a big wide brim fedora for a more high fashion look. So even though these are just simple accessories where it's like, oh no, so you can definitely create a statement with different colors, or you can just go with a simple muted color palette, and then also get creative with layering your different pieces to create added layers of warmth. Tip number 6 is figuring out your weatherproof winter shoe game. This is definitely a highly asked question, so I did some added research and I've got 4 key points I want to talk about within this tip. Hopefully it can give you some ideas on how to find or winterify your shoe game. First point is what shoes to wear to work. So I asked my best friend who's lived in New York for many, many years. She works in the financial district, corporate America, what she does in terms of her weather intensive commute to work. And what she suggested is to wear your regular comfortable winter shoes to work in the subway, the bus, walking, taxi, Uber, and then you can have your pristine favorite heels, keeps them in a locker or under her desk or in her drawer, just safekeeping, where you can swap out, go throughout your workday, and then swap back into your winter shoes and have your commute home. So the shoe swap is one idea. It's probably something that I would do if I had heavy duty weather on my way to work. That way you don't have to worry about messing up your favorite pumps. You can keep them pristine and increase the longevity of them and not worry having to trudge through the snow or sleet, etc. Second thing you can do if you do not like to do the shoe swap or you're concerned about keeping your shoes at work is to weatherproof your current shoes by utilizing a spray. Now I definitely did some research and I found that there's 2 really high rated companies with good spray products. One is Kiwi and the other is called Colin Hill. I'll definitely mention them down below, but basically you can use these products to do an even spray over your favorite shoes to just prevent moisture damage. And the great thing is that these seem to be gentle enough for even some of the most delicate fabrics like suede and nubuck leather. So that is definitely an option if you don't want to do a shoe swap. Third thing you can do as like a do-it-yourself option, if you have a canvas pair of shoes, I saw that there are a lot of tutorials out there on utilizing a candle or some type of beeswax solution, applying a thin layer on top of the canvas and seal it off with a heat source like a hair dryer. That seems to provide a easy do-it-yourself sealant on top of your favorite canvas shoes. I've personally not tried it myself, but I'm throwing it out there as an idea. Or the last thing is to invest in a nice pair of weatherproof shoes. So you guys know that I love my SORELS so much. If you're looking for a casual, heavy-duty, outdoorsy type of weatherproof, waterproof shoe, I highly recommend those. I got 3 pairs and I love them all so much. These are great investment shoes that will last many years. And then if you need a hybrid shoe that works with your work life in addition to being very resilient and weatherproof, I highly recommend the company called BLONDO. I just bought a pair for my mom for Christmas and she loved them. This shoe company provides a lot of weatherproof and waterproof options, but they look like regular streamlined modern boots, flats, and pumps. I handpicked a lot of my current favorites down below for you guys in addition to the pair that I got my mama. And if you guys are looking for an even more premium option, there is a company called AQUATALIA that also makes high quality designer looking shoes. All right, and our last tips of the day are gonna be more style focused. Tip number 7 is focusing on balance. So obviously we're working with a lot of articles of clothing. Some 2 tips to think about is that if you're going really bulky on the top, like you're doing oversized coats or you're doing lots of layers, I would suggest trying to go a little more streamlined on the bottom. So maybe do like a skinny legging along with a more slimline boot. That way you just have a nice balance and don't look like, you know, super wide from top to bottom. And then on contrast, if you're wearing something very flared and heavy on the bottom, do something a little bit more slim and cropped on the top. Tip number 8, if you guys are looking for just some easy off the top ideas in terms of color schemes for your winter outfits, I really love 3 different quick ideas. Number 1, bring in something bright. You got the holidays, so many celebratory events, and with like the dreariness of winter sometimes, just a shock of color can really add so much energy and fun to your outfit. Second color scheme idea is to do something like monochromatic or the same color on color. You can add contrast by playing with different textures or different materials. It creates a really nice seamless modern look. And then the last winter styling idea is to incorporate some pastel colors. I love that pastels have been really a common trend during the winter season. season. You can not only bring in your spring and summer pieces into your winter wardrobe, but I think it just creates a really ethereal vibe. And final idea is that if you're getting really bulky in terms of the top layers, one of my favorite things to do is to just drape over one of your super oversized jackets and wear it as a cape. You guys see this a lot in a lot of my lookbooks, so I just want to shout that out as like a firm idea. It looks really high fashion and cool. You're still mobile, obviously, with your arms, and it provides just that extra layer of force field of warmth around your body. All right, you guys, so that does it for my favorite tips on how to stay warm and also stylish during the winter season. I hope you guys found these tips helpful. Again, everything mentioned and shown in today's video is down below in that description box. In case you guys are interested, I also have my job posting in addition to my other winterfied lookbooks for more inspiration. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my final video of the year. Thank you so much for Nordstrom for being a constant partner, and just thank you to everyone for supporting my dream. 2017 was hella rough for me, but I am beyond positive and excited for this clean, fresh start in the new year, and I can't wait to experience another journey with you guys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's out there, and I'll see you guys in 2018. Love you! Mwah!